So here we are again. It's another road trip. Today we're off to Leeds, myself and Bad Fuck Up UK. We're going on down to the Retro Games Fair at the Marriott Hotel. Might possibly visit Leeds deals after, but with so many traders and sellers actually in one room, hopeful of finding something, you know, maybe on the Mega Drive trail or maybe some cheap Master System pickups. We're going to head on down to Stafford first, try at Retro Gaming World, maybe Shogun Games. They don't normally have a lot, but you never know in the world, do you? So that's the plan, and then head on down to Leeds and then see whether we need to go anywhere else. But that's pretty much it. It's a miserable, still dark outside, miserable, wet, rainy January morning. So I'm going to finish getting ready, and I'll be en route shortly with Bad Fuck Up UK, so keep on watching. So we're en route to Stafford. I think we're just outside it, actually just going past Stafford Manor School actually. And we're going to head on down and get some breakfast. Hopefully see if Retro Gaming World's open. Not sure if we'll have a quick blast into Shogun. But I'm here with Bad Fuck Up UK.
Morning fuckers.
And of course the long-term plan is to head on down to the Retro Games Fair at Leeds. So I'm sure there'll be plenty more fun and frolics, hopefully some pickups and some laughs along the way. So stay tuned. So here we are at Retro Gaming World in Stafford, just waiting for John to open up. As you can see, if you can see in there, there's quite a lot of stock for the window, just waiting, itching to basically get in. Hopefully sometime this year. So yeah, Retro Gaming World. Just leaving Stafford, it's still raining, it's not a very nice weather-wise on this Saturday morning, but we've been to Retro Gaming World as you saw briefly. We managed to get in the end, a few pickups from there, had a quick look around Shogun Games, some very cheap Mega Drive titles if I was starting out, but unfortunately no pickups from there. So we're going to have a leisurely, well Tim's going to have a leisurely drive down to Leeds and check out the Retro Games Fair and maybe possibly Leeds deals later on, we shall see. Looking forward to the Games Fair, Tim?
Yeah, we'll see what's about, news about. Why not?
Yep, all good fun on a Saturday. Still en route then, and we're about 50 miles or so outside Leeds. As you can see, as on most of the road trip to do, it's absolutely pissing down again. So yeah, like about 50 miles away, should get there in about just an hour's time. Hopefully we'll miss the queue because we don't fancy standing out in this weather. And hopefully there'll be some games still for sale. I'm sure there'll be plenty there. There's about 36 traders there or something like that, so it should be pretty good. So yeah, keep on driving, Tim.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll find some fucking fudge. Yeah.
More swords.
More swords, yeah.
Let's head back to queue east. Quarter to one. Well, we're finding. Well, this is almost like deja vu. I think I filmed this bit before. We've literally got into the Retro Games Fair. It was absolutely rammed in there. I've got a few pickups to be honest, surprisingly, but it was just so rammed in there, which I'll talk about later. You couldn't get to any of the stalls, etc, etc. So then we headed on for some lunch at Turtle Bay, and then to convert to cash. Also went in CEX as well, and then we're going to head en route to the hotel. Possibly going to do, well I think we are going to do Entertainment World in the morning, so there might be a chance for a few more cheapish pickups then. So yeah, you'll find out more at the end of the video what I thought of the Retro Games Fair for the very brief time we were there. We're now in Golden Balls territory of Rotherham, about 7.5 miles away from the hotel. But look, you can see it's getting pretty dull and dark now. It's about, well, it's got to be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's getting darker early at the moment. We're heading on to the hotel for the night before hitting, like I said, Entertainment World tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to a beer. How about you, Tim?
Yeah, I was just going to say something I shouldn't then.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't actually know.
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera in a minute. Yeah.
Looking forward to a pint though, or a drink.
Yeah, we'll have one, yeah.
We'll eat some Jaegers,
we'll have a few scoops.
Scoops or Jaegers, yeah. Cool. It's now Sunday morning. I'm at the Hilton Doubletree in Sheffield Park. What a day yesterday. We're going to go on down to Entertainment World and GameSmart this morning, me and Bad Fuck Up UK. Going to see if we can find any cheap pickups, maybe do a deal or two. So yeah, it's not a bad day. Sun's out, some football going on over there. It's my view from the hotel window. So Tim's waiting for me anyway, so I better get en route with him. Right, we're about 18 miles away from Entertainment World in the outskirts of Birmingham. Going to head on down there and also to GameSmart, as I said earlier. Looking forward to some pickups today, hopefully. It's much better weather today, as you can see, than yesterday. It's away on these road trips, always seems to be great on a Sunday. But yeah, you expecting much today, Tim?
Yeah, we'll see what's about, and hopefully you'll do a bit of filming in there.
Hopefully, oh yeah, I've not really filmed in the venues this weekend. It's when it was impossible virtually to film.
People are a bit funny, aren't they?
Yeah, but you know, it's all good fun seeing this footage put together at the end, and I'll be talking about the experience of the weekend right at the end of the video, so stay tuned, YouTubers. Well, we've made it. We've made it to Entertainment World at the Radleys, just waiting to pull in and get a car park space. As you can see here, it's just coming up round here, I think, on the left. You can see. There it is. Entertainment World, we've made it. Right, so we're back from the Retro Games Fair in Leeds. Now, it's a bit strange actually doing this video now because it's actually been about 6 weeks since we went to Leeds. I've just been so busy with work and a few things going on that I just haven't had a chance to finish this video off, so that's what I'm doing now. So literally, it's been 6 weeks. We went on Saturday, I think the 27th of January. Headed on out to Stafford early doors. Had a quick look around Shogun, but there wasn't really anything in there. Also went to Retro Gaming World, and we managed to get them to open up. Believe it or not, the shop's just sitting there. It's got no electric, so you have to go to the shop, I think 2 doors down, and get somebody to come and open up. So it's just a bizarre situation, really. It could be a really good shop, but it just seems like he's just lost interest in the place, to be honest. But anyway, so we went there first. I did get some pickups from there. What I've decided to do is, if some of you follow me, I did actually sell my Master System collection on eBay. What I'm planning to do is build up a little bit of a collection again to maybe possibly sell on or maybe collect. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going to try and do it as cheap as possible. So when we went to Retro Gaming World, I thought there's a few Master System pickups to be had here. So the first one I got was literally just £1.49. It is F1. There you go. £1.49. You can't really argue with that, can you? The next one was literally £1.99. It is Super Tennis. I mean, they're not mint, but you know, for £1 something, you can't really complain at all. So the next one was also £1.99. It is World Soccer. Now, I also saw, I did look at the Mega Drive titles, and all of which I got. I thought maybe I could get some cheap Mega Drive games here, but they were still pretty pricey as regards to trying to sell on to make a profit, so I decided to leave those where they were. But I did spot a childhood favourite game of mine. I haven't actually got the system to play it on. I used to have it, but I sold it. It was literally £3.99. It is, I haven't even got a system to test it on yet. This is bizarre. It is Space Invaders on the Atari 2600. I'm showing you the back of the cart full, but it shakes around. I hope it works. But literally, these games here came to something like £9.46. I got them for £9, so you're looking at 4 games for £9. So either way, you can't really go wrong, can you? So anyway, we went on, like I said, we tried Shogun games. Then we went on to the Retro Games Fair at the Marriott Hotel in Leeds. It was absolutely chock-a-block in there. As you seen the video, I didn't do any filming inside. I could have put the glasses on, I suppose, but it was just so crowded in, worse than last time. You literally have to fight to get to a vendor. It's not a correct venue for that kind of market or fair, whatever you want to call it. It's just too cramped. We had to queue for a good half an hour outside, me and Bad Fuck Up. Nearly bothered, you know, nearly didn't queue, to be honest. At one point, it just looked that bad. And of course, you're getting it's piping hot, and you just can't get to anything. Everybody's there for the same reason as yourself, I know, but it's just pointless. The venue just couldn't hold it, and it's not. I don't like the layout of it. You have to go in corridors and into a main room. It's just not big enough, not big enough at all. So anyway, we had a look round there. I did have a little go on the raffle, well, courtesy of Tim. I'll probably never play it. PC CD-ROM. I haven't got a clue what it is. It is Sid Meier's Alpha Century. I normally win on the raffles, as you might have seen from a previous video. I won a toaster at Blackpool. But there you go. It'll go in the pile. And I did get a Mega Drive pickup, believe it or not. I knew there was a reason why I went there. And it was from Press Start Game. Now, this has eluded me for a while. I did have the chance to get it for about £63 or £65 at one point. As you know, games are shooting through the roof, the prices. It was £85. I managed to get it for £80 from Press Start Gaming. It is Hyperstone Heist, Teenage Mutant. I was going to say Ninja, then I'll have to look. Hero Turtles. So there you go. That was £80. Very expensive Mega Drive title, but I'm glad to finally get it off, ticked off the list. To be honest, it has eluded me for a while. And while we're doing Mega Drive pickups, I bought this off eBay a few weeks ago, so I thought I'd include it in this video. It was less than €14. Can't even remember where it came from now. Probably Germany or France. It is another one off the list. IMG International Tennis. An EA Sports title that's quite hard to find. So there you go, that is another one off the list. So, with my calculations correct, with a Mega Drive hunt now, I'm down to 24 titles. And to be honest, a few of them I'm looking at the list at Aussie and Euro ones. So I think if you take those off, I'm down to something like 14, which is what I'm planning on doing. But I'm quickly going to read out to you the games I still need. So I still need, I'm going to keep the Aussie and Euros in for the time being, Adam's Family Values, Aero the Acrobat 2, Bubble and Squeak, Days Before Christmas, Death and Return of Superman, Dick Vitale's Awesome Baby College Hoops, Dragon Ball Z Lapel de Destin, sounded good there, Echo Jr., Fatal Fury 2, James Pond Underwater Agent, La Russa Baseball 95. I've got this on cartridge. This is the ongoing thorn in the side for Mega Drive collectors. Lakers versus Celtics in the NBA playoffs. Mega Game 6 Volume 2. Mega Man The Wily Wars. MLBPA Baseball. Mutant League Hockey. The Pirates of Darkwater. The Punisher. Saturday Night Slam Masters. Spider-Man, I think that's the animated one. Thunder Force 3. Tony La Russa Baseball. Venom Spider-Man Separation Anxiety. And Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. I have every other PAL Mega Drive game. So as you can see, the collection is really coming together now. We're getting close. It's just a few expensive hitters I've got to get off the list. Right, so anyway, on the Sunday, the second day of the road trip when we were heading home, we actually went to Entertainment World. Now, I don't know if I mentioned previously in the video, I don't think I did. I had a Sega Saturn, a box Sega Saturn that I wanted to sell. This was with, I think, 9 or 10 games. It was 12 games, I can't even remember now. It's been that long. And I wanted to sell it. Now, I messaged Entertainment World and Vintage Gamer, a few people. Vintage Gamer did offer me £85 for it. I understand these company businesses have got to sell them on. Entertainment World didn't come back to me, so I was a little bit disappointed there, so we went into the shop. Anyway, I've got to be honest, Entertainment World is a great, don't get me wrong, I'm not in the business of slagging people off, but Entertainment World is a great shop. It's got loads of stuff, but I was a little, in fact, actually, I'm going to be totally frank, I was very disappointed with the fact I didn't get a reply from him, and the guy wasn't there in the shop, but he found him and he offered me, for a boxed PAL Sega Saturn, 2 controllers and I think 10 games, and one of the games is worth 35 quid, Wiz I think it was. He offered me £65, which I thought was a bit very insulting. So anyway, I told him I wasn't interested, and he went back on the phone, and then I heard bits of the conversation through somebody that he says offer him 85. Actually, no, at first I was told to hang around. I said, well, he's not going to jump up to more than £85, is he? I told him I got £85. I told him I wanted to read £100. And he offered me £85 to match the other one, which obviously I didn't accept. Bizarrely enough, there was a guy hanging around in the shop who wanted to buy this off me, but I felt a little bad about trying to do a deal in somebody else's shop. But to be honest, it's a free country, so we arranged to meet up at the next place, which was GameSmart, just down the road in Yardley. I went there first of all to see what they'd offer me. He said he could only offer 85 as well. Now, I understand the shops have got to sell them on, but I know box Sega Saturns, I've seen them between £50 and £80. I had some like 10 games, one was worth about 35. Even the ones, there was Tomb Raider, there was Daytona, that was worth £10, £15 each. I know they've got to sell them on, but even if they're selling each of these games at £5 each, they're going to make their money back. They probably would have got £150 for it altogether. So I was disappointed these places wouldn't offer me the money. But bizarrely, I sold it to the guy in the shop in GameSpot, £100. So I actually got what I wanted for it. Didn't have to, have the hassle of listing it on eBay with the fees and sending it and that. So it was a job well done. So it was £100, and it, in a sense, paid for Turtles and the Master System titles, really. So it was a really productive road trip. There's one other pickup I did make at Entertainment World, which I wasn't going to buy because I was really pissed off, to be honest, with what they offered me on the Saturn. But I had to get it because it's another Atari 2600 game from my childhood, which I really wanted. Haven't got a system to play it on yet, but it was £5 or $4.99. So it is the classic Adventure. So I'm looking forward to playing that and Space Invaders when I finally get a system. So that's pretty much it. I've waffled on for nearly 10 minutes. I'm really sorry there wasn't much footage this time. It's just that there wasn't really any point taking any inside the venue of the Leeds Fair, the retro market, whatever you want to call it, Games Fair. It's not a super one, it's a normal one. There's just no point. It's just so hot in there. You're trying to look at what you're doing. I just couldn't be bothered. I just wanted to get my stuff and get out of there. And then Retro Gaming World's not got the lights and he's got no electric, so it just wasn't any point, to be honest. And Entertainment World, I think it's been done a loads of time on YouTube, and it wasn't that I was trying to sell my Saturn, I was trying to look for Mega Drive games, I was hanging around for a long time, it just wasn't the place to do it, and nor was GameSpot, so that's the reason why there wasn't any footage much this time. But I hope I've made up for what I've talked about afterwards. So, yeah, lots gone on in the last 6 weeks. I didn't get to play Blackpool. This is the first one I've missed in a few years. I just felt last year was a waste of time. I'm just not happy with the vendors. I was done in an hour and a half there last time. I know everybody says the meet-up on the Friday's great. It just wasn't the right time for me with money after doing that road trip. I think there's something else. Was there another Doncaster's had their video game market last weekend, I think. I didn't go to that. I know I've heard a lot of people dropped out because of the bad weather. I would have liked to have gone. It's just money, and it's money basically is what it boils down to. You can't buy everything, unfortunately, and everything falls at the wrong time, and it's an expensive world we live in. So those are the reasons for not going on those. That's pretty much it for the time being. I'm hoping to check out the retro gaming shop in Aberystwyth at some point this season, because I know he should have a lot of cheap Master System there, which I might be able to pick up. I'd like to film in his shop, but I think I asked there before and they weren't too keen on it. So that's the problem you get. I mean, maybe I'll take the glasses and I don't know. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully another road trip coming up in the next month or two. It all boils down to money. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. And thanks for watching. I've bored you enough. I'm now going to go and put this together. Adios, YouTubers. Keep it real.